following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Who is your backer? Oh, that's much better. $24.
So, that's right. You haven't told her.
No.
That's because I don't want to influence her results. I don't know how that works entirely. So,
Does that mean you have to Zen to avoid?
Only if I try to check, which I'm not.
So you start getting what you start hearing is names, last names, just being run through his head one after another.
Oh yay!
They're seemingly random, as far as you can tell.
he's trying to come up with a fake.
Oh, message Logan saying he's doing the name run game.
Oh, what's that?
They're generally names you recognise because they're famous
Yeah.
people, but
I was trying to tell you what you want to hear.
What's his face doing?
Because he actually
he's just staring. So he's got his head sort of down. He's just staring up at Tiala, and
Now he's trying to
no-
formulate a scapegoat, which means it's a very highly placed military figure, probably a general.
did he ping on that because he's
I'm actually just trying to provoke unconscious reactions. That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I'm also trying to freak him out a bit, but it's clearly not working because
oh 7.
and I rolled a nat 20.
Then no,
Well, I guess I better roll to see if I'm provocative then.
you're always provocative.
Holy shit, that's not allowed. That is, unfortunately. Wait. No, it's a 16. That's not going to be good enough, even no matter what I add to it.
Okay, cool. 20.
We have a cucumber that's been refrigerated.
I thought being polite and being nice.
Why would you ever think that would work?
I've got to try because I mean that last one that was in here was just ranting and ranting and ranting about us trying to take over the galaxy and we're the reason why Uturians are held down and we're the reason why you.
If an Asari wants to hold me down, she can absolutely do that.
No, that's his problem. He thinks that's what's happening. That
Wait,
we
you're
are
not doing that? God damn it. Anyway, you might as well tell her what she wants to know, or she'll, I don't know, do some biotic thing.
Of course she will.
I would like to take Zalo and go and find evidence. If we can find his room and get his stuff to come back out and plonk down a thing. Say if we grab his footlockers or anything.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can just rifle throw it in front of him.
So, I'd say it would go a lot easier if you actually did just help us.
How would it go easier? You've already thwarted my plan. You've already stopped me from taking Destiny's horns.
See, you haven't seen the aftermath. You haven't seen what goes wrong with it. You haven't seen.
I'm going to send you a little message to your OmniTool or your Helmet Hub that basically just says, I'm just going to see if I can unsettle him, allowing you to redirect the questioning and maybe get an answer.
Yeah.
What did you do with all the child slaves? We know about the rape gang.
What are you even talking about? I'm not involved in anything like that.
Oh, please, like you don't expect me to believe this isn't the same operation?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Then who is your backer?
You're completely lost. There's no point giving you any information.
It's not going to be good enough, I feel.
20.
Wrong one.
Well, I rolled a 16, so if you got 20 in total, he beats you.
Oh, well, I guess I'm just going to have to go digging through the financial records.
You won't find anything.
He's so sure that you won't find anything.
I mean, how am I going
No
to pay the
one's
general
names.
rent?
There's no change you can follow.
You haven't met many forensic accountants, have you?
You know.
Could you infer that Dinsalas, or whatever it was, his name, was the one that tipped you off?
That's actually... I mean, finding the space was actually relatively easy.
Yes, it is when you smuggle yourself aboard the ship that just brings you here.
Yes, but how do we know which ship you wanted?
Yes, how did you know that?
You can't possibly be thinking of telling this asshole that.
No.
Okay.
I mean, he won't tell us, so why should I even play his game?
It doesn't matter. I don't need to know. I've already been vested.
I don't know, he seems to be really emphatic on the fact that he's been completely defeated, implying that there's in fact another group doing this.
Is there actually another group doing this?
No, I'm doing this. I
Shifty
was.
eyes I have!
Yeah,
Come on, roll!
I'll check for that one. Oh, that's not so good either. It's another 20.
Tell you what, I'll let you re-roll if I get to re-roll.
Don't take that.
I'd never take that one.
Because I rolled a 2.
So she wins.
Is there another group?
You don't pick up on there being another group so much as that's not what you're picking up, but you do seem to be picking up on the fact that he isn't as concerned about being. It's almost like there is a contingency or something.
The
That, I
general
can't
will
say
get him
much
out.
more than that.
Yeah.
There isn't another group. You know that much, but
But-
there is something there that is stopping this being as big of a threat and as much of a ruination as he's implying.
Yep.
Turian scum like you that give real patriots like yourself a bad ass.
I think the biggest problem we've got here at the moment is he believes he's got an out. He believes that he's...
General didn't say anything about an out.
Well, he thinks he is. But, I mean, he probably thinks we're going to turn him over to the Turian military.
That wasn't the deal.
I know this, but he thinks it is.
No, Rentalis said they were supposed to disappear on the way. You know that. Oh, fuck.
I look panically. I panically look at him. Then look at him.
Okay, you get a sense of panic.
You,
Well, actually, no, it's not quite panic because of what Logain said. It's actually more of a chance of... Actually, there's like this spike of interest and then kind of a... Aha. Right after he said that line about
Yeah.
Rentalis.
You-
This is playing.
you were meant to mention that. That you promised him you wouldn't say that.
Say what? No, I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter.
Who does number 2 work for? Well, actually, no, I don't really care about that. What is the best thing to... What is the best way to wedge this?
Yeah.
Let me think for a
Look,
second.
this is my crusade. I just maybe have some people who are interested in helping that.
And that's... Our people would like to know who was involved.
I'm sure you would.
No, we don't care.
Well, then why are you asking?
One thing that might tear him down. ruining his body of work and making him be seen as a traitor to the Turian people instead of a patriot.
Of course, when this does come out, they're going to make sure it can never happen, then there's going to be a backlash against it, pretty much undoing everything he's done. Biotics would become seen as sort of tainted, it would kind of backlash. His body of work actually is kind of ruined.
It's probably a bit more than that, because
Like,
what
the whole thing will they basically become pariahs.
he might actually end up doing what he doesn't want done, and there might be sanctions put in.
Well, the Asari would definitely push to change EZO routes so it couldn't happen again, so that's not really much of a threat.
And this means that the humans are going to get far ahead of them. On the
Humans are going to demand sanctions, and they'll get them.
But
This is actually going to set us back. Thanks, asshole.
If you didn't try and stop me, this would never have happened.
I notice we've gone back to try and stop.
I meant if you didn't make the attempt in the
Or,
first place. If you just left it alone,
well, why would we do that?
because you now know the truth, and it's better for the Turians in the long run.
We all have our orders.
the problem was, if you had have done it by not stealing all that EZO, you've ruffled a lot more feathers than you should have.
No, covers tracks. And it ruffles feathers, but never mind.
You can't just purchase EZO without a legitimate reason to own it. Not in those quantities.
Come on, Art. I
Not
unfortunately...
unless you're building a lab in your, your ship. He
Apparently.
doesn't say that.
We could always just claim we're making a wing of fighters.
Write it off as a tax dodge.
Tax dodge. Deduction for tax dodge.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed how often they see that one.
So I just want to fabricate a box to put all the personal belongings of his we could find, all the stuff that was on his shelves and stuff like that.
Oh, does he have any trophies? And best lecturer.
You
Commendation.
do realise you could just use the cover code crate.
Yeah, I suppose. But that's not cover. Or bodies.
No, but it's just an empty box. That you
Okay.
just put
It
together.
feels like I'm violating the spirit of what cover code crates were invented for.
This does provide us some more utility going on in the
Yeah,
future.
but now we're
though.
going to have to waste a bunch of time opening every cover code box
Because there might be
with
something
errors,
that
'cause there might be
isn't
something in
bodies
there
or-
now. It's like,
I'll
we've opened this Pandora's cover code crate.
I'll fabricate one. I don't want to go that far.
Well, it's too late.
So you might want to not use your materials.
I can pull it back up afterwards. It's fine. So yeah, all of his personal belongings, and I'm going to post up right beside him while they're interrogating him, and just it's going to look like I'm there, just looking at it. I'm like, not important. Throw. But I'm going to be looking at him, so every time I pick something up, I see if he's particularly interested in that
Well,
item.
because you've got a Quarian faceplate, he can't tell you're doing that.
Yeah. Dim the lights. And I'm just
Not sure
go
that's
through
how that
each
works,
thing.
because I'm fairly sure
Lamp.
your eyes actually
Turn
are
up the eyes.
bioluminescent.
Yeah.
Turn up the eyes.
Keep asking him questions. I just need to go and call someone.
Be quick.
Certainly.
So what was your contingency if this didn't work?
You mean if I was caught?
Yeah.
Get out, start over. Have one of my proteges continue the work if not everyone was caught.
But that's it. You're so sure that you'll get out.
Eventually.
I mean, he's not wrong. He would go to prison.
No.
You know how prisons work.
Yeah, but if they... like, you think that they wouldn't want to make a...
You can't keep the Democrats out of the Citadel Council forever.
Yeah.
And when they get in, he'll be back on the street with all his criminal buddies!
That and an imprisoned academic. He's just got time to write.
Oh yeah, that was his name, Nietzsche. Not the actual Nietzsche, that black criminal that everyone called Nietzsche because he just turned philosopher crazy.
I don't think you realise how long they'll keep you in there for.
What's done is done. There's no use getting upset over something that's already happened.
Yeah, you might not be upset, but what about this mother? And this mother? Then this mother?
They're patriots. Raising the next generation of Turian biotics.
You call them patriots. The poor mothers that didn't even... The children, their children, the kids, they didn't have a choice. They never had a choice to be a patriot, to fight the same battle.
Why wouldn't one want to be a patriot?
But they didn't...
Save their species.
Yes,
be the future.
You met an American lady?
They would. They would if they were given the chance to choose that. Some of them would have just wanted to be...
You can't do things by half measures. You can't explode a drive core in the atmosphere and just let it choose the ones it wants.
I just don't think you've chosen the path. You're the one choosing the path forward.
Yes.
Yes. But what gives you the right to choose it?
Because I can.
Yes, but
Or could.
you aren't the one that's at the top. You aren't the one that should be choosing.
No, this is my fight. Again, I just happen to have some...
Yes, very high back.
Right, he's thinking about it, roll!
Yeah.
While he's swelling with smugness, his defences will be lower.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
20.
Seriously, what is it with you and that number?
Putting that dice away.
Don't worry, I rolled middling. I was going to say low, but it's 10. It's
Because been rolling the same
That's garbage.
over and
This is
over
little
again.
Garbage. If I rolled a 10 on anything, I'd be actually rolling in the 30s. Never mind.
So nothing?
No, you get a name of a general.
The general we know about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you get another name.
The other name.
You get another name, Dantius.
Dantius.
Wait, I know that name. That's not a Turian name.
Isn't that the name of the guy you just called?
No. Fairly sure it isn't.
No first name, just Dantius.
Dantius was the name of that woman from Mass Effect 2. Dantius Towers. I think.
He's getting closer.
So someone look it up. Go, what was her name? I think you also met her in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a petty business criminal. And a sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Go, Thane Krios kills her!
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome! You'd have loved it. He was green.
Green Drell.
Asana Dantius.
Ass.
I don't know, man. That's an ass. I don't know.
There's a nice big ass.
That's not an ass. That's a bouncy castle.
And that's exactly what my game wants installed in his rear end.
Just picture it. Just picture it. Plump.
I'll send that name to Loghain.
Both the names.
Both the names to Loghain.
Okay, so both the names were.
And you just get Rentalis and Dantius.
Dantius.
I mean, it does have a Turian-y sound. I'll ask Ira about it. But anyway, I was calling the sergeant.
Oh, okay. I thought you were waiting until you got all this.
No, I did. I actually just want to
Changed
ask
your
a quick
mind.
question of her, and then I'll let her get back to all the fun she's having.
See
You can
what the
disrupt her again
sergeant's-
later.
Okay, you get the sergeant. I'm just seeing if she's available. Tadami.
So, if there's a guy we can't get information out of, how would TLR more effectively ply that
Oh,
front?
I already know how to.
I don't know you know that. Without dragging
Well-
him all the way back to you.
I assume that she has been made, and therefore she can't just seduce it out of him. Because the person...
That would not be an option in this particular case.
Because the person already knows who she is and what she's trying to do.
Yes.
Do better.
Thank you.
Overcome his... if you can rile him up, if you can lead him down the path in order to open up his mind.
We've currently just
Especially
been
if you can do it
stroking his
without him
ego.
realising it. That can work too, if you can get them to be proud of what they've done instead of...
Oh, that's not an issue, really.
It depends on the individual.
The problem is he's not wrong. But anyway, thanks for your help.
Of course. Anything else I can do? Where are you?
Anna Butts. I don't. What was the place name?
Anna Butts!
What was the place name? Minaret?
Something I thought.
Yeah.
Thought.
I didn't have a note.
And about
There's a
thought.
bunch of Serenian names for you.
Something a thought. Anna Butts.
Thought.
Anna Butts thought. The headless horse butt is chasing. The buttless horseman is chasing her because it has a pumpkin for a butt. Flaming butt pumpkin.
Athona.
Yeah, Bathona.
I'm not familiar with that place. Anyway.
It's where the Ezo pirates are.
Oh, good for you.
And how was it?
Well, I'm glad you tracked them down and who was over behind this.
Track them down. It wasn't exactly hard.
So the plan works then.
Oh yeah,
Excellent.
sort of.
I look forward to hearing about it.
Can of worms.
Casualties, I take it?
There were some minor, massive damage inflicted.
Is Tiala alright?
No, to them.
Oh, very well then.
No, yeah. Turian gang.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, weird, right? You'd think it would be humans.
To be honest, I don't think humans would have enough resources and ability to pull off such heists.
I've learned that humans can do an awful lot with an awful little.
Nasari space, though?
Well, technically their base is in the Terminus system.
Yes, but the attacks happened in Asari space.
Well, the group seems to have a particular hatred for Asari and their natural ability to have biotics.
Probiotic Turian fascists. I see.
No.
Extremists, maybe?
Who doesn't want to be a biotic?
Ah, that's what you meant by he's not wrong.
I mean, he's not. Who doesn't want to be a biotic?
Aha.
I'm not agreeing that he should do it.
Sort of.
I very much look forward to having this conversation over our next movie.
Oh, you're gonna want to watch the next movie. It's a classic.
You say they're all classics.
No, but this one has sword fighting and true love and a pirate
And a princess.
and a princess. Huh?
Oh, how novel.
And He-Man's never in the same place twice.
He-Man.
I am utterly confused. I'm going to go now before I get more confused.
Yes, yes.
Tadami out.
Just how many fingers have you got first?
No. It's time to ask that when she is in person. Right. I'll do a quick extranet search for Dantius and see what comes up.
Oh, okay.
Look! The Google! It's there! They've already got all my information. I'm a fucking national hero.
There's a famous Dantius family who the now deceased matriarch
Matriarch?
passed on various business ventures to her daughters.
Okay, is there a Turian Dantius?
No, it doesn't actually seem to. Despite the sound of the name, it appears to be an Asari name.
I'm gonna walk back in the room. Look, Dantius is an Asari.
Makes sense. That means you could be an Turian Asari.
I said that in front of him.
He narrows his eyes at you. And then widens. Oh, narrows, widens,
I already know that
narrows again.
because I already picked that name out of his head anyway. So
I don't know why she'd be working with the general.
maybe they don't. But as you know, they wanted to know.
Oh, he knows.
Well, he just showed it on his face.
His financial records are not as clever as he thinks, by the way. That's you.
How petulant.
Yeah, I know. Arbitrary and capricious, too.
Does he have any or any like certificates or like scientific awards in that?
I'm going to help and try and piss him off just by leaning there going, smart Turian's not as smart as he thinks he is, beaten by an accountant and mercenaries.
Obnoxious humans.
We just call them humans. Who, by the way, are getting biotics. Did you know that?
Yes, I was well aware of
It's
that.
amazing. It's just bursting up out of ground, out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. Actually, my two youngest brothers.
And
have-
thanks to your actions, the curtailment and biotic proliferation in Turian society enforced on us by the council is going to actually put them ahead. Good job.
You don't know that.
I fucking do.
You're just jumping to conclusions to rile me up.
What do you think is going to happen when the whole lot find out what's happening here? They're going to try and backpedal and go, no, it wasn't us. We don't sanction this. We will actually put in these sanctions and make sure these things don't happen
They'll
again.
Just blame me as a criminal and
Yes.
They'll blame
put it on me.
Rentalis. And then the next one in his position is going to have the opposite position as a mollification factor, resulting in a whole chilling effect. You done fucked up. You can roll now, by the way. I just got both names on him in quick succession, and she's pissing on his face, like as we speak, verbally. Like verbally, she just peed on him.
But we know the names. It's
What'd you get?
well, I got the names beforehand. That's how I got the names.
Oh,
I gave you the
It
names.
went that way, huh?
No, but I don't know why you're asking me to get the names again that I've already got, that I gave to you.
No, I'm not. I'm actually asking for, because there might be, because he's still
Another-
got
another name.
that other way out, and I
Yeah,
kind of am
it's
looking
really
for him to go.
Oh.
Shit! Thank God, there's Plan B, and we might get that.
All right, 18.
Well, he's actually. He's actually going to say. Oh, I mean, I rolled the thing.
One.
No.
2.
Borderline. I think you just beat him.
Well, 18, I imagine.
But
He's
he's getting his
just
defenses
gonna be
going
like-
down.
Look, I'll cooperate. I'll tell you everything I know, and I'll tell you about one of my backers if you leave Rentalis out of it.
Why would I do that?
I think he's assuming we
Because
don't
it's
know.
better for the hierarchy if they don't know.
But-
Well, I'll tell you what. Since I'm the leader here, I won't mention Rentalis to anyone.
I know what that means. Somebody else will. She will.
Neither will she or any of the rest of my group.
Now, what about your Solarian accountant, wasn't it? He says, narrowing his eyes.
Oh, Solarian accountant would have been much better. Already has a confidentiality agreement. And you know Solarians and
So
contracts.
no one linked to your group will mention.
Nope. From this moment forward. No, we will not even mention his name in regards to this. Obviously, what I'm doing here is failing to mention I have already done this. But I'm not going to again. The name will not pass any of our lips, or write it down, or whatever other wiggle thing.
That probably saves us some heat from the government anyway.
He's a good man. It would be in your best interests to let him remain in his position and not be tied to this.
Well, since you've agreed to cooperate, I'll leave you with her. I have to go and, what is that box of
Mylena
stuff?
Dantius is the name you're looking for, by the way. There are a lot
Oh,
of
doesn't
her and
Shepard
her
fuck her ass?
sisters.
Yeah.
Neat. Nah.
No, that's the one that you, if you do the mission, is Dahlia Dantius.
You
Is the
gotta
one
kill
you
the
kill
sister.
for Nasana.
Yeah.
So Melina?
Melina is another sister. There's like a group of the Dantius.
No,
sisters.
this one in particular is Melina.
Mylena, yes.
I mean, okay, fine, it's your Lena. Jeez, possessive much?
No, this is just a box of his stuff.
Oh.
Honestly, throwing it around is pretty fun.
Okay.
I mean, in case you were wondering how I knew what shipments to hit.
I wasn't.
And that's how I found out.
And how much cut does she take?
It eats into the profits of her rivals. So
It's
that
actually
she can-
really clever.
She can get the ESO contracts in that region.
Not wrong about.
I'm just going to grab Rover and take her out of the room. You're probably a bit confused about the soft soap interrogation.
I was wondering.
Tiala can read minds. Read minds. Read minds. Read minds.